So you've just completed your mission, landed and taxied to the hangar in the Blackbird Simulations SR-71A in MSFS 2024. But this is where the checklist falls short. There's nothing noted for the shutdown procedure. However, there is a checklist for the shutdown in the SR-71A, and here it is. As soon as you stop in the hangar, the first item is to open the flywheel menu, select ground services and press place chocks. We can now release the brake pedals. The nose wheel steering is now disengaged. To help with unloading and loading the equipment in the bays along the chines, the centre of gravity must be moved to 17%. Turn on the forward transfer switch. Whilst the fuel is being transferred, we must now perform a post-flight DAFICS test. SAS switches go on, select keys hold, heading hold, and turn on the pitch and roll channels. We can now remove the cover and turn on the bit test. Once the DAFICS test has completed, the exterior lights are turned off. The TACAN and ILS can be turned off, and the PVD can be turned off if in use. We can now turn off the canopy seal and open the canopy. We must check that the SAS lights are all off. In order for the DAFICS to record parameters for the maintenance teams, we must perform a series of electrical and hydraulic tests. Move the right gen switch to off, press the bus tie switch, return the right gen to normal. We now turn off the APW system, ensure D-Rich is off, push on tanks 1 and 4 boost pumps and turn the left gen to off. We now set the timer to run and wait 15 seconds. After the 15 seconds, we return the left gen to normal and turn the right gen off. After another 15 seconds, the left gen is turned off. We must now test the emergency generator operation. In turn, select each of the gen switches to emergency and back to off again. Now turn the right gen back on if the left engine was started first. In this case, the left engine will be shut down first. However, I will turn both gens back on until the fuel transfer is complete. Once the fuel transfer is complete and we have a CG of 17%, we can turn off the forward fuel transfer switch and shut down the engines. The left engine will be shut down first. We press the invisible cutoff switch for the left engine, which will now spool down. We can now check the flight controls, moving them aft, forward, left and right. We also check the rudders from left to right. We double check the steering is set to alt steer and brakes. The right gen is switched off. And now the right engine is placed in cutoff, which will also spool down. The instrument inverter switch is now placed to off. There would be a wait for the PSD crew to install the seat and canopy pins. Once installed, you can unlock your pressure suit helmets, followed by your gloves, checklist and mission materials. Other hoses and connections would now need to be released. Once completed, the UHF and VHF radios are turned off. The last item is the battery switch being placed to off, and we can now leave the SR-71A cockpit. Having left the jet, it's now time for the debriefing. I hope you have found this series on flying the SR-71A Blackbird helpful and interesting. She is a magnificent aircraft, although delicate. If so, do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.